Recently, you must have heard about that particular AI tool called OpenClaw, which has become widely known as Little Lobster. This thing has become incredibly popular. It's really taken off, and many people are starting to feel quite anxious, genuinely concerned about their job security. So what exactly is this Little Lobster all about? Will it genuinely disrupt the way we work?
All right, today we're going to get to the bottom of it completely. And this isn't just empty talk, Just look, the big names in the tech world are practically praising it to the heavens. NVIDIA's Jensen Huang, old Huang, directly stated it's the most important software ever created. Elon Musk also chimed in, saying this thing is absolutely a turning point. My goodness, with such incredibly high praise, what kind of magic does it truly possess?
How crazy is this trend? Let me put it this way. Some people, just by going door to door to install this, can earn thousands of dollars for a single job. What's even more absurd is that big tech giants like NVIDIA and Tencent have started setting up booths at their offices to offer free installation for employees. But on the flip side, companies like Microsoft, Meta, and Amazon are laying off staff massively.
Don't you think these two things, when you put them together, make you really start to wonder about the underlying connection? You see, our current impression of AI mostly remains like ChatGPT, where you ask and I answer, right? It's like a highly knowledgeable consultant. But here's the crucial question. What if, and I mean what if, this AI doesn't just chat with you, but can also directly do your work?
Alright, this brings us to the most fundamental breakthrough of OpenClaw. It's not just that it can speak, the crucial point is that it can actually perform tasks. This particular distinction is incredibly important. Just think about traditional AI like ChatGPT. If you ask it to write a proposal, it can write it beautifully. But in the end, copying, pasting, saving, and sending emails, don't you still have to do all those actions yourself? But OpenClaw is different. It's like your digital self inside your computer. It can open software, click the mouse, type on the keyboard, truly doing your work for you. Basically, it's a free digital worker. So, the industry gave it a special name, AI proxy or AI agent. You absolutely must remember this word, because it truly marks a brand new era for AI, transforming from a mere question-answering nerd into a proactive doer, one that can actively help you get things done. And speaking of its origin, its birth was quite dramatic, purely an unexpected accident.
Let me tell you, there was an Austrian programmer named Peter who one day, before heading out, casually gave his AI assistant a task using his voice. But that AI, at that moment, completely failed to understand him. And guess what happened next? When Peter returned home, he was absolutely astonished. The AI had actually gone online all by itself, searched for information, taught itself, and ultimately not only comprehended the instruction, but also finished the entire job. It was precisely at that moment that Peter truly grasped, my goodness, AI has now learned to independently tackle issues it doesn't comprehend, just like a person would. Alright, conceptually, that sounds quite remarkable.
So, let's talk practically. What exactly can this thing be used for in our daily lives? Well, that's when we need to discuss how it becomes your personal automation engine. Have you ever had this feeling?
You know, after finally making it back to the office, I had this big plan, something important I was going to tackle. But then, first I thought, let me just reply to this one email. And then, I should check today's schedule. And before I knew it, I was just jumping between different software applications, and suddenly, half an hour was completely gone. That feeling, when your time just gets inexplicably stolen away from you, it's truly maddening. But now, all these messy, trivial little tasks, you can absolutely just hand them over to OpenClaw.
Let's take managing team holidays, for example. It used to be such a hassle. I just told my little AI assistant, go, find all our public holidays for this year, then mark them clearly on the team calendar, and finally, send an email notification to everyone. And then, just like that, my part was completely finished. It got everything done in a flash. Don't you think that's absolutely amazing?
Right, after the daily grind, let's discuss another, workplace's #1 foe. Meetings. With OpenClaw, meetings can truly transform from a nightmare into a pleasure. Just imagine, before a meeting, it packs all the relevant background info and documents for you, so you're well prepared. When you're in a meeting, it will automatically enter the conference room, silently recording and transcribing everything. You just need to fully concentrate on the discussion and your thoughts. But the most incredible thing is the meeting minutes generated afterwards. It writes the meeting minutes, handles task assignments, and even sets the deadlines for you. What a truly comprehensive one-stop service. Just imagine, with such a dedicated personal assistant by your side, you will always be the most thoroughly prepared and composed person when you step into any meeting room. And of course, its impressive capabilities extend far beyond just these things. Let's open up our minds a bit more and consider how it could transform into a 24/7, year-round business assistant. Seriously though, Doesn't every single company have those specific days? You know, expense report days, when you're sorting through those massive mountain-like piles of invoices? It's practically a living hell, right? This efficiency jump is like a rocket. Think about it. Before, you had to extract each invoice from piles of PDFs, photos, and emails, then manually type in every amount and date. Now, you just throw that messy pile at OpenClaw, and it extracts all the key information itself. And the best part, it can also log into your company's financial software, filling in the data clearly. Its roles are more numerous than you can imagine. It can become a 24/7 trader, helping you keep a close eye on the market, or a marketing master, helping you find the hottest topics online. It can also help you pick the best candidates from hundreds of resumes, or even, conversely, help you search for jobs online and automatically apply. So, it's very likely that the future will look like this. The company's AI is hiring, and your AI is helping you find a job. Let me show you something even more amazing. Let it be your project manager.
Think about it. Someone on your team is delaying. As the person in charge, when you push for progress, don't you feel really awkward and embarrassed? Well, now you've got OpenClaw playing the bad cop. It'll coldly and emotionlessly send a direct message to that colleague, just like the one on screen. It's practically like getting a ruthless CEO for free. Okay, by now, I'm sure you've felt its power, so we need to discuss deeper topics. Facing such a huge wave, what should we do?
I don't know if you've ever had this kind of thought, but I definitely have. I used to always feel that my parents' generation, sigh, it's such a terrible shame. Back then, there was real estate and the internet. So many huge opportunities. How come they didn't manage to grab even a single one? If they had just grabbed one, wouldn't I be able to just take it easy now? But then I thought, back when the internet wave hit, what exactly did we do ourselves? Okay, let's cast our gaze a little further into the future, say 20 years from now, when the next generation asks us, hey, when that big AI revolution came, what were you doing? At that point, how are we going to answer them, you know?
Many times we don't take action, not because we are foolish, but because we are naturally afraid of risk. When we face something new, like OpenClaw, our very first reaction is always, let's just wait and see until it becomes stable. We think this is being cautious, but in reality, we might just be treading water, watching ourselves get left behind by this era.
So I truly hope that what we've discussed today can offer you some valuable insights. Understanding and embracing tools like OpenClaw isn't merely about following the latest trends. Instead, it's about liberating ourselves from repetitive, mundane tasks, allowing us to dedicate our efforts to truly creative and impactful endeavors. Finally, I'd like to leave you all with a thought. The courageous are the first to truly experience the world.